Hey guys, this is my first video, so I'll make the intro short and simple. My name is Darren Hendricks. I'm a communication major in college and going for broadcasting. So I figured just make a YouTube channel for sports talk, mostly football, because the season is starting on Thursday. Maybe a little bit of baseball here and there since the season is almost over. So kind of a little late on that, but I guess I can give a little bit of updates tomorrow since playoffs begin in October. But more to football. Now, the preseason's over and on to the regular season. Now, there were some really great things about preseason. Some rookies did stand out. Some second teams did stand out, maybe possibly getting a starting position with the bigger boys now. And there are some teams who did good and are sometimes not expected to do well this year. And there are some teams in the preseason that did not do well but are expected to do good things in the regular season. For instance, the Falcons, 0-4, predicted to win the division again this year, not winning 13, but 10. And then for those who went perfect, Seattle, who's 4-0, they were predicted to really go far this year. I mean, although preseason is overrated in my perspectives, sometimes records do not show what you do in the regular season. But with Seattle going 4-0 and how tough they are, they're going to really give San Francisco a run for their division. It's going to be an all-out bloodbath during those games. There'll be some really good games to watch. And I looked at the 3-1 teams and I saw the Jets, the Cardinals, the Browns, and the Lions. 4 teams who did not do very well last season, especially the Cardinals. 4-0, finished 5-11. The Jets had a lot of problems, didn't finish very well. The Browns, I think they finished dead last too, and the Lions finished last in their division. But the Lions are predicted to do better this year. I mean, they got Reggie Bush, so maybe that'll improve their running game. And then Ezekiel Ansai, the rookie defensive lineman. Maybe their D-line will stack up a little bit this year. But who knows? Season hasn't started yet. And yes, your season's made in the off-season, but it all depends on how you do that first game. So, for instance, my team, the Bucks. They don't win the first game, they're in for a long, long season. Especially, they got to play the Saints and the Patriots right after that. So, they have the pieces on offense. Freeman has to play well. Right now, in the preseason, he sucked. So, and the rookie Mike Glenn, he stood out. So, if Freeman doesn't do well against the Jets, put Glenn in. And if he does well, good. And he's got to go against the Saints. That'll be his real test. If he passes that, he's got to go against the Patriots. And if he does well against those three games, I mean, who knows? I mean, if they make the playoffs, he might get a contract extension since this is his last year of his contract. So. Other teams, let's see, who's predicted to do well this year? They got Green Bay in the NFC. Green Bay to win Green Bay to win the North. They say the Falcons win the South. The East could go any way. For some reason, they said Dallas will be a contender, but I think Washington wins that. And then in the West, it's going to be between Seattle and San Francisco. In the AFC, I think the Patriots wrap up the East. Maybe the Colts wrap up the South. The West, Denver, obviously. San Diego, Oakland, and Kansas City? No. Who am I missing? North, Baltimore or Cincinnati. Pittsburgh's old, Cleveland, I mean, they could get up there, but I'm not saying those teams that aren't predicted to do so well go 0-16, but there will be some games where they get blown out. Some games they blow out the other team, or sometimes they lose close games, win close games, so you never know. I mean, you gotta wait till you get to those games. Now, predictions for the AFC, I had Denver, New England in the championship. Denver goes to the Super Bowl, and they play San Francisco, who at first I said plays Green Bay in the championship. But the way Seattle's going, I think Seattle might be there with San Francisco in the championship. Now, I'm not changing my Super Bowl prediction. Before the preseason, I said the Super Bowl prediction will be San Francisco and Denver, a rematch of the Super Bowl in 1990. So that's what I'm sticking with. Last time I changed a championship decision, and ended up going there. So, for instance, I said the NHL Stanley Cup. I said Chicago beats Boston in 6 games. What happened? Boston. At first, I thought Boston was going to come back, and I changed my decision. I said Boston's going to force Game 7. Chicago wins 7 games rather than 6. And then Game 6 goes, okay, 1-1, 2-1, Chicago's down to like, okay, maybe the change really would work. And then what do you know, Chicago scores 2 goals in last minute, 16 seconds, and wins the Stanley Cup 6 games. Should have gone for that. I was like, retard. So I'm sticking with that. San Francisco, Denver, Super 48. There, and done. So I think that's all right now. Right now it's just a little intro and a little bit of a after preseason talk. I know I was a little late, but maybe I'll do some baseball tomorrow. So give a little recap there, see the wild card race in the American League, and then see who's going to wrap up the National League. I mean, so please like, comment, and subscribe. And for you, those guys who really like to say like curse words and negative comments, please don't. I mean, what are you, children? I mean, this is supposed to be very serious. So I will see you guys tomorrow. And then for those of you who do not really check YouTube every day, I will see you guys Thursday for the NFL kickoff, Denver and Baltimore at Mile High Stadium.